Okay, I just finished watching Monday Night Raw, so now it's the world's famous Raw review. Was it any good? Was it not? We'll find out. So Raw opened up, so the fans were chanting Cena as the show was on the air, and then John Cena comes out, makes his entrance, the fans are singing the song, people are going crazy. There was loud Cena chants, the building was packed, and you could tell Cena was loving it. Alicia Taylor did the special introduction saying he's the greatest of all time, the never seen 17 celebrating with each and every one of you tonight for his last Monday Night Raw John Cena. We'll see if this is his last appearance. But and the fans were chanting, "Thank you, Cena." Before John could even say a word, Cena said he welcomes the fans. He welcomes that enthusiasm. Cena said that New York City makes or breaks careers, and at the end of his career, he sees people as far as the eye can see. And Cena thanked New York City. Cena asked if they were ready to start. Cena said that the champ is here, like he's done many times in his career. Loud Cena chants again. Cena said that MSG, Madison Square Garden, has let him step on that stage in those hallowed halls for 23 years. Cena said tonight is the last night that they can talk together. There was some booze. Cena said in MSG. And on Monday Night Raw, Cena said it's very important for him and he wants to take a second. And then here comes Dominic Mysterio with the interference. Dominic made his entrance as the AAA Mega Championship, and he was booed heavily as he walked down to the ring. Wade Barrett claimed that Dom is the person that the fans came to see. The fans booed loudly before Dom could even say a word, and Dom said nobody wants to hear what Cena has to say. Dom said that last week Cena was handed the title shot, just like he's been handed everything else. Dom claims he has fought for everything he has. Dom said he wants a rematch for his IC title. And Cena said that Dom came to the right building and said if you think Cena would back down on his last Raw, you're wrong. Cena asked New York City what they thought. The fans cheered for that idea. Dom said no. Dom said we already did it Cena's way. Dom said that he had management and his hometown on his side. Dom said now that they'll do it Dom's way. The fans chanted, "Shut the F up," so the censors were muted on Netflix, which I don't know why they were, but I mean, Netflix is not like they're on national television. And Cena jokingly said, they're saying, "Choco Fun Cup." Dom said he wants it at Survivor Series in his hometown. Cena said, no problem, he accepts. And Cena said he would tell the world that he will have Cena said he told the world that he will have a match tonight on his last Monday Night Raw. Cena said so he sees an opponent right in the middle of the ring. Cena said, for tonight, let's not forget about the IC title and focus on the fans. Cena told tonight if he's got the guts, he'll face Cena tonight and make history. The Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough in ring gear interrupted to support their buddy Dominic. Cena tossed his hat and shirt off to get ready for the fight. Dom said that Cena won't get his final match on Raw, but he'll get his arse beat. In the trio, Dom, Finn, and JD attacked Cena with punches and kicks. Sheamus made the save Sheamus made the save due to his issues with Balor and JD, but the numbers were too much for Cena and Sheamus. So then Rey Mysterio joined, and the fans were going crazy as Rey went into the ring. That led to Cena, Sheamus, and Rey cleaning house, so the three babyfaces stood in the ring. John Cena said that Dom brought a team and it wasn't giving us to fight. Cena said that right now they'll do a 6-man tag between Judgment Day and Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. A referee came out, and that was the start of the match. So, and this match went 15 minutes with John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio getting the win. Near the end of the match, the three Judgment Day guys hit top rope moves with JD's moonsault, Bella's coup de grace, and Dom's frog splash, but Rey and Sheamus made the save for a 2 count. Rey tripped on Dom in the ring, but JD and Finn saved Dom, and Sheamus, Cena, and Rey got a hold of their opponents, leading to 10 beats of the Bedrock 3x3, so they drew a big reaction. Cena, Sheamus, and Rey all hit their opponents, and then Sheamus moved Cena to the middle, and the three faces all hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. Rey dropkicked Finn and JD in the ring, and hit a double 619. Sheamus hit a bro kick on Balor, and Cena hit an AA for the win, for the pinfall win on JD. So that was the match. It was a good, entertaining match. It was a fun match. The crowd was really into it. It was very entertaining to watch. And then after that, Raw GM. Oh, they showed a clip from SmackDown when Drew McIntyre and Lang with Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul to join their Survivor Series team. Raw GM Adam Pearce is backstage talking to SmackDown GM, who is frustrated about the Drew McIntyre situation since Drew is suspended. Paul Heyman walked in saying that he did what he did was within the rules and regulations. Heyman said he has great respect for both. Heyman said if you think your 4th pick of Drew McIntyre pissed you off, wait until you see what he has in store for your next pick. And boy oh boy, you'll be surprised of who that will be. Now Stephanie Vaquero was up next as the Women's World Champion was showing walking backstage. They showed Jackie Redmond at ringside talking to comedian Andrew Schultz. This was during a break with some fans. Andrew hyped up the crowd, and he has New York Giants running back Cam Scatabo, who got a big pop from the crowd. Andrew trashed Dominic, so Dom approached him, and Dom trashed New York City. Dom shoved Schultz down, and there were some other New York Giants around. The Judgment Days, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and JD exchanged some punches and just pounding. The Judgment Day guys left. She Pete. And Jackie Redmond was in the ring for an interview, but first she queued up a replay of last week when Nikki Bella turned heel on Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquero. Stephanie Vaquero made her entrance as the Women's World Champion. Nikki Bella attacked Stephanie by the entrance. Nikki said she didn't come back to be a sidekick. Nikki said she came down to take back what was hers, which is this division. Nikki told Vaquero that she'll be giving Nikki a match for the Women's World Champion, and Nikki told Stephanie Vaquero that she'll bow down to the woman who changed this entire industry. Nikki Bella put the title on Vaquero and left. Yeah, I don't really think that Nikki changed much for that entire industry, but that was the Divas era, so. But yeah, so I guess it's going to be Stephanie Vaquero and Nikki Bella at some point. I'm not sure. Nikki Bella hasn't really got much wins, so I don't know how she got this title shot, but I guess not really official yet, I don't think, but and then here's the next segment, which I kind of enjoyed this segment. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria walked up to Asuka and Kairi Sane, who are the women's tag team champions. Asuka wants Bailey to be on their Survivor Series team. Bailey said that she can't forget them attacking her 2 years ago, and Bailey said no. They were in that group, which I forget what they were called. For some reason I cannot think of their group. Damage control, that's what it was. I knew about it, but I just could not think about it off the top of my head. It's been a while. So Bailey says that she can't forget them attacking her 2 years ago when she formed Damage Control and they betrayed her. So Bailey said no. Asuka and Zayn left, and Zayn did a "you can't see me" hand gesture for fun. And Lyra was proud of Bailey, that Bailey called her an idiot, and they left. And then Solo Sikoa made his entrance for a match in the Last Time Is Now tournament. They went on the break for some fans, and the WrestleMania 42 commercial aired. The mysterious opponent for Solo Sikoa is Dolph Ziggler, who got a huge pop and a huge ovation. His return after 2 years away from WWE, after being in WWE for so long. He now performs in TNA under Nick Nemeth. Dolph Ziggler always had a good pop. It's just WWE didn't really know how to treat him like a main event star, but that's besides the point. So this match went about 10 minutes, and with Solo Sikoa getting the win. So I kind of figured Solo was going to win. I didn't think they were going to give it to Dolph Ziggler because he's not technically signed with WWE. But yeah, I mean it was a pretty good match. And then Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, was shown walking backstage in a "We're Not Friends" shirt for a promo. And then the New Day were interviewed by Brian Saxon in the back of the arena. They complained about wanting a shot at the World Tag Team titles. Grayson Waller won Indiana Pacers to mock the New York Knicks, choking, and then Kobe and Xavier Woods did their usual complaining, and Woods ended up with his "Thank God for the New Day" line. This was during the break, and then so Alexa Bliss was in the ring as the Women's War Games graphic was showing, and Bliss always has 5-star promos, and this was no different. Bliss had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on the team. Bliss said Charlotte ignored her text and calls, but she saw Charlotte's Instagram showing that she was all around New York City all weekend. Bliss spoke into the camera saying people told her to ignore Charlotte Flair, but she knows the person that Flair can be. Bliss wondered why Flair cared about people liking her. Bliss said that she has Flair's back since day one. The fans were chanting "what" at her, and Bliss responded to it by continuing her promo. Bliss said when Alexa Bliss was heel and the fans were chanting "what" to her, like she would always come up with some snarky comment like for the "what" chants, but but she didn't do it this time, right, because she's a face, but so yeah, and then Bliss said she's gone to hell and back with Flair, but that's when the interruption came. The heel team of Asuka, Kairi, Nia, the Lash Legend walked out to the ring. Asuka spoke in Japan, and Jax said, yes, that's what she said, that's funny. Jax ripped on Bliss for being a loser and being all alone. The four heels surrounded Bliss, but here comes the save. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky ran down to the ring to support Bliss, so it was 3 faces against 4. The fight was on. Jax and Lash were able to isolate Bliss in the ring. Jax headbutted Bliss. Lash smashed Bliss with a punch. And Charlotte Flair ran out of the ring with a kendo stick. In hand, Flair hit Jax and Lash with the kendo stick. Flair hit Jax and Lash so much that they bumped out of the ring. And then Ripley and Sky were in control against Asuka and Zayn. Flair picked up her friend Bliss. They played Flair's music and Sky hugged Rhea. And Flair laughed. The announcer discussed that if that meant Flair was part of the Rhea, Ripley, Sky, Bliss team, but they didn't know. So yeah. So then 2 more matches were added for Survivor Series. Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon versus Nikki Bella. So I guess so that's going to be a Survivor Series match. With I'm hoping I'll be doing a prediction show for the Survivor Series, but yeah, I'm hoping Stephanie McMahon walks out, and then it'll be John Cena versus Dominic, which I think they should have had John Cena versus Dominic in John Cena's last match, so that if Dominic does win, he could at least retire Cena, but we'll see what happens in this match, if it ends in the DQ or not, and then Dominic could end up winning the tournament, who knows, but yeah. So the next match was Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. So this was Maxine Dupree's chance to get her first singles title in WWE. The bell rang. Lynch was arguing with referee Jessica Carr. Dupree hit a boot to the face for 2. And then near the end of the match, this match was only 10 minutes, so it wasn't as long as the other matches, but yeah, Dupree splashed Lynch against the turnbuckle along with the suplex. Dupree hit a leg drop to the back of the head for 2. Lynch stomped on Dupree's elbow and hit a reverse DDT for a 2 count. Dupree was punching Lynch, but Lynch came back with a powerbomb. Lynch applied an armbar on the left arm, but Dupree bridged it out. Dupree applied the ankle lock. Lynch nearly tapped, and Dupree applied a heel hook on the feet. Lynch tried to pin Dupree, and Dupree kicked out at 2. Lynch kicked the left arm. Lynch hit a manhandle slam near the ropes, so Dupree put a left foot on the bottom rope for a 2 count. Lynch got in the face of referee Jessica Carr, so Lynch put her hand on Carr, who was told Lynch not to touch her again. Lynch tossed Dupree out of the ring, and Lynch told Carr to count. Lynch took the top turnbuckle pad off, and then the distraction, and then AJ Lee's music hits. And as AJ Lee is back, and the fans were going crazy as Lee skipped down to the ring. AJ Lee has not been seen since the WrestlePalooza match, which was 2 months ago. Lynch was distracted by that, so Dupree jumped off the top and hit a crossbody block on Lynch for the pinfall win. And yes, Maxine Dupree is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. I would have loved for Maxine to win without the distraction to prove that that she really could do it on her own, and it would have made her look stronger. But this was good. But this was good regardless, because yeah, I actually thought they were going to go with Becky versus AJ for the IC title, but doesn't look like they're going to do that. So I'm happy with Maxine Dupree. She's really improved in the ring, and this is really sets, and this is them building the new stars. So yeah. And yeah, having Maxine Dupree beat one of the all-time best, Becky Lynch, is pretty huge. So yeah, Maxine was ecstatic as she hugged AJ in the aisle. Dupree was handed the women's IC title, and Pyro ran off behind her. And then the team of Roxanne and Raquel were interviewed by Brian in the back part of the arena. Raquel complained about being robbed out of the women's world title. Perez said that she beat Nikki Bella 2 times in a row, yet Nikki gets a title shot. And yeah, next it was Javon Evans made his entrance for his Madison Square Garden debut match. This kid has a very bright future. So he is an NXT upstart, and he is going to be facing Gunther. And Gunther was off for 3 months. And this match went 15 minutes, and yeah, and Gunther won. And yeah, Evans did really good. Like there was near the end, this match made you believe that maybe Evans was going to beat Gunther, but because Javon got out of the sleeper hold, got a few near falls, but in the end, Gunther won. And yeah, and I mean, Javon Evans is only 21, so he's still pretty young. So yeah, so yeah, so that was good. Even though Javon Evans lost the match, it made him look good in this match. So we could potentially be seeing him on the main roster soon. I just hope they don't. I just hope that he's actually featured as a big star when he goes to the main roster. And Maxine was backstage with AJ Lee as Jackie Redmond showed up for an interview. Dupree said that this moment means all the hard work has finally paid off. Dupree said she beat one of the best of all time, and she proved she finally belongs there. Lee said all she did was put Becky in her place, and then Otis and Tozawa showed up to celebrate with Dupree. Lee was asked if she would stick around. Lee said that Lynch lights a fire under her, and she thought she didn't have any more. But she said, who knows? And then Rhea Ripley asked AJ if she had a second to chat, and Lee said sure. So this is probably leading to AJ Lee being in a War Games match for the women. And yeah, and it's probably going to set up Becky Lynch on the other side for the heel team. So these both War Game matches are looking pretty stacked. So we'll see what will happen. And I do want to note that Maxine Dupree's family was in the audience for that match. So yeah. And then next week on Raw, they got Gunther versus Kamala Hayes or Bronson Reed, which either two would be really good matches between Gunther. And then Solo Sikoa versus Finn Balor or Penta. And then the main event angle came as divisions Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Paul Heyman made their entrance. They went on break for some fans. Drew McIntyre made his entrance to join Paul Heyman's team. Paul Heyman introduced his Survivor Series War Games team of Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Heyman talked about walking past teams to the War Games like Samoa's SWAT team, the Freebirds, the Dangerous Alliance, and the Bloodline into War Games, but this is the greatest team ever assembled. The World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk interrupted without his title. Punk had his fish taped up to show he was ready. Then the Usos duo of Jay and Jimmy made their entrance, and MSG was eating along with them. Cody Rhodes was next as WWE Champion without his title. It was a tracksuit looking ready to fight while the fans sang his Kingdom song. Then the babyface team of Punk, Cody, and the Usos went after the four heels in the ring. Jimmy superkicked Reed out of the ring. The fans were chanting OTC for Roman Reigns, but he wasn't there. Drew fought with Cody on the floor. Logan fought with Punk in the ring, while Jay and Braun fought on the floor. Punk hit a running knee on Logan, and then Brock Lesnar's music hits. As the Beast Incarnate makes his way down to the ring, looking massive as usual. Lesnar has a big smile on his face as Punk waited for him in the ring. Lesnar gave Punk and hit 2 overhead suplexes on Punk. The other guys were out of the ring. Cody faced off with Lesnar to rekindle that rivalry from 2 years ago. Lesnar hit 2 German suplexes on Cody, and the second one had a rough landing on his uppercut. Lesnar was alone in the ring. The credits were shown on the screen. And then just as you think the show is going off the air, Roman Reigns' music hits. As the OTC Reigns made his slow walk down to the ring to confront Lesnar, Reigns went into the ring to stare at Lesnar. After Lesnar charged, Reigns avoided it, and Reigns hit a Superman punch to knock Lesnar out of the ring. Security guys showed up to try to separate Reigns as Lesnar. Reed went into the ring and hit Reigns with a forearm to the back. Reigns hit an elbow drop on Reigns. Reed hit another elbow drop on Reigns. Reed went up on top, but Reigns went back up and hit a Superman punch on Reed to knock him down. And then the NYPD showed up at ringside, while these wrestlers dressed as cops. Reigns hit a spear on Reed into the barricade. And I'd like to mention too, the NYPD showed up as they were trying to break up the fight, but then CM Punk was choking Logan Paul, and the cops just kind of watched and stood and watched as it happened. I just wanted to bring up that moment. So there you have it. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are going to be in the War Games match, and I think, and this is Brock Lesnar's first War Games match, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this match is going to do. They have a lot of big names. They have a lot of main event talent in this match. I think this will be a decent. Yeah, so I thought this was pretty decent. So yeah, and I think War Games is going to be like, since obviously it's actually going to be a decent show this year. So yeah, so that's the Raw review. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty decent Raw. I mean, yeah, so they started some rivalries, some returns, and yeah, and then they have some storytelling with Alexa and Charlotte, and then they have some story, and the story is building with Stephanie and Nikki, and yeah, and then I'm excited to see what Maxine Dupree is going to do as the IC champion. I'm hoping she has a good run as champion and she can get some decent momentum, and yeah, so that's the Raw reports, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.